What's going on, everyone? It's your guy, Cole Jackson, back here in the film room on Two Guys Watching Football. We have another big week ahead. It's going to be open invitation for requests this week, kind of like what we did last week. I think we ended up doing 4 film rooms, the most I've done in a week, but you guys wanted more film, and it was a lot of fun on here. So if you guys are looking for something in particular, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. I'm thinking of doing Juwan James with some of the uncertainty around Ronnie Stanley. I'm also thinking of doing Kyle Hamilton. Given some of the questions that are out there about him. But, if you guys want to see someone else, if you want to just see some of the film without the commentary, like I kind of did with Josh Ross last week and Shamar Bridges, drop a comment down below. Obviously, I appreciate if you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. I think we have about 60% views from unsubscribed folks. If you guys like this content, hit subscribe, come back for more. Today, we're getting back into Isaiah Likely. I was hoping to spend the preseason kind of doing different pieces of the team. But if someone wants to catch eight balls on 8 targets for 100 yards and a touchdown, with 5 of them coming on one drive, I mean, Isaiah Likely is putting out some insane film right now, and we have to look at it. We have to see what he's doing to better understand it. And just so we have the kind of full overview, Isaiah Likely, through 2 preseason games, he's played 42 snaps, 12 targets, 12 catches, 144 yards, 71 yards after the catch. That's a 5.9 yards after the catch per reception, 4 for 4 on contested catch opportunities, 9 first downs, and a touchdown. So he's moving chains. He's making plays. He's making guys miss. He's doing it against man. He's doing it against zone. We're going to see all of that tonight. Let's get right into it. So we are going to look at all 8 because why not? So here we're going to see Likely at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see a motion stack here behind, that's Benjamin Victor. So he's going to stack behind Victor, and Victor is going to run a simple clear out route. He's going to run a corner route here, break it off. Likely is going to just run a curl, nice open target, easy pitch and catch for Huntley to Likely here. So he's just going to run up. See, what I like what he did here, and what I think I'm going to say this a lot throughout this video, and it's probably going to feel repetitive, but it's because he's showing he's really good at it. So he's going to show a really good understanding of where the defenders are in the zone coverage that they're running versus where he's trying to go to catch the ball. So you're going to see he's running about a 5-yard curl here, and he's already taken 2 steps for about 2 yards, maybe about 3 yards almost, and they're both backpedaling, right? So he's got the inside backer dropping into a hook zone on the outside, and then he's got the corner carrying. So he's just going to drop that in right below. Really nice throw by Huntley, going to his outside shoulder away from that inside hook coverage, and Likely just kind of sits in the zone. And that's kind of was a theme throughout this one. He made himself open for easy pitch and catches. He was reading where the zone defender was and getting underneath the zone in a soft spot, making it really easy for Huntley to just throw the ball in there. And Huntley kind of followed it up with really decisive throws right into Likely. We're going to get into this next one. So we're going to have 12 personnel with Nick Boyle on the field as well. Likely's at the top of the line of scrimmage beside the left tackle. He's in line as the Y tight end. Boyle is motioning here to the opposite side of the formation as the more of a U or an H back, and he's going to run a nice corner route against zone coverage. So he's going to go about 5 yards upfield and cut outside on a corner from the Y end lineman. And so really nice work here, because he runs that corner, and you can see, I think if he's the primary read on this play, he's probably got a sideline play, because he gets pretty deep behind the defender there. And by the time the ball is delivered towards the sideline, the receiver at the top of the screen is going to clear that out. But you see down here, Juwan James gets beat right there. You see he's beat bad, and Huntley has to do a little scramble here. So Huntley's scrambling after the zone defender's already caught up to Likely. And we saw this last week, and I commented on it. And I said, how many times have we as Ravens fans been yelling for our receivers to work back to the ball and get open? And we see it again here. So he gets past him. He looks back because he was probably expecting a ball to come his way, and he sees Huntley scrambling. You see Huntley, you see it right there. Huntley points. And then Likely just works back to the ball, makes a contested catch. and then does what he did so well in this game. So he catches that ball at the Arizona 38 and gets up to the 24-yard line. So really nice work here. Like, this is just, kind of a broken play. It turns into a scramble drill. Likely has to improvise. He comes back to the ball, gets up in the air because Huntley's throwing that. He's throwing that across his body because he's scrambling out to his left and he's a right-handed quarterback. So it's not the most accurate ball. Huntley got it out really well, but look how likely he has to get up in the air right there. He's up in the air. He high points it, makes that catch against contact, and then just runs through his man and drags a couple guys to get some more yardage. So really impressive work there. That ability to work back to the ball, I think that's invaluable. That's just showing that he's a good football player. He's having good recognition of what's going on behind him, and he's getting open and giving Tyler Huntley a chance. So now he's going to be the slot wide receiver at the top of the formation here, inside slot. And I think we're in man coverage here. And he just rips a quick slant. And not a whole lot after the catch, but, kind of what I talked about earlier, he's manned up by the safety because I'm pretty sure, it looks like man coverage. So he's going to be manned up by the safety, and he sees that pre-snap. He sees the safeties, stepping up. So by the time the ball's snapped, there's almost 10 yards of a cushion there, and he's running that inside slant. So rather than at the top of his stem when he goes to break, doing any sort of, jab step or, trying to sell a route, he just break inside or outside foot, that right foot plants right here, and bam, I'm inside. Huntley ball out quick. Little bit low, little bit low, not horrible, but a little bit low. But he gets his hands in there, scoops it up, makes an easy catch. So again, showing good understanding, good recognition of where his guy is versus what his route is, and making it easy to be open for Huntley to deliver the ball. We get into play 4 here. So now we're in all of these that last play and the rest of the plays that we look at are all on one drive. So this was the Isaiah Likely drive. He had 5 catches on the touchdown drive. The previous 3 were on the previous drive. So now I think we're going to get another curl route here. Yeah, again, just, same idea. You're going to see him. You can't see it because of, look where he's aligned. So he's just inside the 40. He's going to run this curl. He's going to see hook zone here from the linebacker, and he's going to run it slightly outside. He's going to end up more over the numbers. So he's closer to the 50. So he kind of, rather than running that straight up and just a curl, he runs it a little bit outside. Why is he doing that? Because he's finding that soft spot in the zone coverage. He reads it at zone, and he gets out there just a little bit, half a step outside, give a little bit more room. And you see Huntley delivers it more to his outside shoulder, away from the inside zone or the inside hook zone. He sits down, easy catch. So again, good recognition of where the guy is relative to where his route's going to give him a chance to just, make it an easy catch. Some of these are really not complex plays. There's a lot of simple curl routes that he's running, but he's doing it with a very nuanced understanding of where he needs to be and where he's running his routes. Now we get into play 5. So we have trips left at the bottom of the formation. Likely is the inside slot. This is one of my favorite plays that I've seen Likely run yet. So he's going to run a spot route. So basically that's, he runs straight inside and then just does a little bit of a curl. So if you look at a curl where he's running up and it's back, it's basically a slanted curl. So I don't know what you guys call it. I always call it a spot route. So you're going to see him run inside towards the Cardinals' head, and he's going to – so usually when he runs that curl, it's going to be inside. So, but you see him turn back outside. So why is he doing that? Well, if you look at where the zone coverage is, so you're going to see the Sam linebacker here, can't see his number, but the Sam linebacker at the bottom of the line of scrimmage, or the bottom of the defensive formation, is going to run a hook zone. So he's going to basically drop. See him dropping right there. You got the Will running a basic hook zone, and he's going to see, Likely's looking at the Mike linebacker right now. You can kind of see his head staring right at him. And he's seeing him carry that zone deep. So he's basically, they have kind of a cover 2, but he's carrying that middle hook zone really deep. And see, he's going to carry that. And it almost looks like he's selling that he's running basically a seam. But he turns it inside here. And look where he is. These 3 form a triangle. And who's in the middle of the triangle with nobody near him? Isaiah Likely. So I think, and you guys can correct me if you guys have a different interpretation, usually when he runs that inside hook zone, he would turn inwards, but he turned outwards. So why did he turn outwards? I think it's because as he's running, he sees that Will up top here. He sees the Sam doing that drop zone, and he sees the Will there. So if he turns inward, he's going to be much closer to that Will, but he turns outward, and he's got nothing but space. So he sits right in the zone, literally in the middle of the triangle of the three linebackers in their zone coverage, and then a little bit of extra, fighting for yards there. So, I mean, this is just impressive stuff. Like to get right in the middle of that the linebacker zones, it really shows his ability to do that against zone coverage, and that's really what's making him such a special player. So now he's going to likely is aligned as the U at the top of the line or at the top of the formation. I think we see just another basic spot route as a check down option. See, he kind of runs a bit of the slant inside, hooks inside, like I was saying, catches the ball, and grabs an extra 4 yards after the catch. Now we get a couple of really fun plays. So we're going to have on this one, trips right of the formation, Likely is again in the inside slot. So a lot of everyone that's talking about, is Isaiah Likely a tight end? Is he a wide receiver? I'm not sure how much it matters. You guys are seeing how much he lines in the slot. He's going to be, considered a wide receiver on some plays. He's going to be a tight end on some plays. He's going to be an H-back on some plays. But, this is what the Ravens do. They get Andrews out in space. We did it with Hayden Hurst a ton. 2020, you didn't see much of it because you had injuries and you lost Hayden Hurst. So, don't worry too much about that. We're seeing Isaiah Likely be put in positions to make plays on the football, whether that's as a tight end, wide receiver. He's doing the full gambit. That's all that matters. So he's going to have man coverage against James Wiggins, the safety. So you can see he's the safety stepping up here. They leave one safety deep. And this is just you're going to see a double out from Isaiah Likely and Riley Webb. I think this is Jalen Moore. He's going to run a 9 route. So basically you're going to see both of these, both Likely and Webb run outs, and you're going to see Moore go deep to kind of clear him out. So again, against man coverage here. Snap the ball, Huntley. There we go. So see, they both run outs, and there's the clear out. And this is just good route running against James Wiggins. So against the safety, you're going to see him sell right there inside. He plants that left foot. And as he plants that left foot, you can see his inside hand kind of coming underneath, and he's going to get his hand up on right there. And he's going to basically use a little bit of physicality on the outside shoulder. So he used his inside hand on James Wiggins' outside shoulder to get just enough separation. That was just enough right there that he's going to be able to make a play on the ball. And then what does he do? Makes Wiggins miss, and he takes it all the way to the Arizona 10-yard line from the 37, 27 yards of yak. So just good route running there. Can't really ask for much more. But I like what we're seeing here with the physicality. I like the nuance of where he's putting his hand. See, right there. Hand inside, his inside hand on the outside shoulder. Just enough separation, and then he's slippery, and then stiff arm, and then stiff arm, and he gets inside the 10. You're going to have Boomer Eisen doing the whoop on those, so I love to see that. And this is the touchdown, so Likely, this is great. Again, this is 12 personnel, so, Likely could be considered a slot wide receiver here. So, again, he's being put in a position as a wide receiver. He's going to be used that way this year, and you're going to see him use an outside jab step here. These two linebackers are running zone. This is a really nice placed ball by Tyler Huntley. He uses that outside jab step, crosses the face of the linebacker. Huntley puts it right in between the two linebackers, and Isaiah Likely takes it in. So, I mean, what I really liked about this game for him is we saw a lot. We saw yards after the catch. We saw man coverage. We saw zone coverage. We saw simple hooks. We saw more complex plays. We saw contested catches. It was kind of, if you want to look at a game and be like, what can Isaiah Likely do for the Baltimore Ravens? It's this game. This game kind of shows you that all I'll say it. It's got that Pro Bowl potential for what he can do. He looks like he's going to be a really tough matchup. He's running, he's having success against safeties and man coverage. He's destroying linebackers in zone coverage. That's going to be tough to match up with, because when the Ravens come out in 12 personnel, and he's part of that 12 personnel, if his run blocking improves, they could be smashing the football downfield, and they're going to have to use linebackers to counter that run game. And as soon as you do that, you get likely out in the slot, and you can do a ton like we just saw. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm super excited for this kid. Like I said, if you guys have requests, drop the comment down below. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you guys are new there. And as always, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.